Hi, fans. Thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. I got a couple of days worth here. Let's get started tonight. Well, I think it was actually last night's main event and SmackDown taping would take place down at the down in Tampa, Florida, and they're going to have, of course, the highlight reel going on with Roman Reigns and Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose and others being advertised as the usual suspects there. And WWE Hall of Famer yesterday, Road Warrior Animal, turned 56 years old, and WCW member the Stro, 46 years old, and former TNA knockout Taylor Wilde turns about 30 years old, and yesterday would have been the birthday. Hall of Famer Gordon Solie would have been 86 years old. Don't seem right. All right, had a little synopsis for Total Divas episode. If you missed that, a little SummerSlam engagement, it says. Natty's worst fear comes true when she's left out of SummerSlam. Now remember, these things are like 6 months behind on actual time. Alicia feels disrespected by her best friend, Paige, and John Cena surprises Nikki with a new stance on marriage. Maybe standing over here instead of there. And WWE website's got a new poll up asking fans who won the Sunday's Raw battle rap, I guess you want to call it. Was it rapper Florida or was it Bo Rida, Dallas? And with over about 4,500, they say Bo Rida is in the lead with 54%. Renee Young brings up the WWE diva Nina Jax and asks, what can we expect to see from her? She asked The Rock. The Rock says we can expect someone who's going to work extremely hard. And he says they come a long way, a proud line of pro wrestlers, and Nina's number one thing is to work hard. He believes that she will connect with the people, but we'll see. He didn't come out and just say, yes, she will. Pro Wrestling Tees announced that all of their AJ Styles merchandise could be gone at any time now that he signed with WWE. The merchandise remains on the website as of yesterday anyway. But once it's gone, I guess they can't make it anymore because WWE's got all the rights. As announced on Monday's Raw by Stephanie McMahon, Roman Reigns versus Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a triple threat for the main event. February 21st, FASTLANE, WWE pay-per-view. And the winner of that match will face the World Heavyweight Champion, the H, in the main event at WrestleMania the 32, April 3rd. Please make a note of it. Jericho wrote that he had a blast in the first ever match against AJ Styles on Raw. After the segment between The Rock and... The Rock was on fire Monday. I don't know if you've seen that or he got it taped or recorded or something. Boy, it's fantastic. He was on. And I know WWE had to have a heart attack when The Rock went over to Hulk Hogan imitator over there, and because they were trying to get Hogan out of the picture for a while. Rock didn't do it anyway. The segment between Rock and Tag Team Champions New Day on Raw, Big E tweeted the following on Twitter about The Rock's Ballers show. He says, Ballers HBO, you've lost a viewer for life. He said, the lead actor is a dick. WWE's announced on the highlight reel Chris Jericho for Thursday. His guest is going to be, of course, the two, what I just mentioned. And speaking of Jericho, he's going to be Jonathan Coachman's guest on ESPN Sports Center, 9 p.m. Tonight, I think, or maybe it might have been last night, whenever Sports Center is on, and they repeated. WWE announced that one of the WrestleMania 32 theme songs is My House by rapper Florida. Florida's returned to WWE at Monday's Raw and did a segment with Heath Slater, Social's Outcasts people. Florida looked like he's pretty good size. One of these days they'll have that shirt come off. If he hadn't already, I can't remember. Byron Saxton, this is today's, will be hosting WWE's Best of Raw and SmackDown 2015 DVD when it comes out it's February 9th. 2 weeks. The morale, this is a little bit of some rumors here, morale backstage at Evolve went up a lot when Triple H showed up at Saturday's show in Orlando. There were Evolve representatives at Royal Rumble also Sunday as well. Triple H and Evolve's Gabe Pulaski reportedly had a long talk about working relationship between WWE and WWN Live, but nothing's been been set in stone yet. But there's some pretty good, interesting ideas been discussed in the past. Connor's Cure, which WWE does fantastic charity work, named after a WWE fan who passed away in 2014 at the age of 8 years old, noted on Twitter they've received almost $900,000 in donations. And earlier yesterday, Titus O'Neil surprised 150 Tampa area students with lunch and tickets to last night's WWE SmackDown taping. And during his match on SmackDown, Titus dropped The Miz and then went to the crowd to celebrate with students that he brought to the show. Get him a little airtime on it. And WWE is going to be taping another round of NXT tapings tonight from Full Sail University. Austin Aries is booked for tonight's show. And also, Wrestling Observer noted that there was talk between Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows will debut in WWE NXT sometime in March. Well, PWI Insider, or we have some people fighting back and forth, they report that talk is ongoing for some time, that the if and when of the two sign to deals, it will be for the main roster, not NXT. And a fan on Twitter thanked Triple H for the AJ Styles versus Jericho match on Monday's Raw, but Jericho revealed that something different. He said, actually, Vince McMahon gave you that match. And WWE issued a new fan council survey on Tuesday, getting feedback on Royal Rumble. And the most intriguing part about the survey was WWE gauging interest on AJ Styles at his debut. But WWE also asked fans how familiar they were with AJ and how interested they were in seeing him face various superstars, which is nice. You know, they want to know. Whether they do anything with that knowledge, I don't know. We'll find out. And WWE is taking a new round of NXT tapings from Sold Out Full Sail University, and this is going to give us a pretty good idea what TakeOver Dallas matches will be. As noted, in the WWE stars, former stars, Tatanka, Brian Woods, and Horace Hogan were all spotted at last night's WWE SmackDown taping down in Florida. Horace Hogan, haven't heard anything out of that sucker for a while. And they taped the following for tonight's NXT. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan taking on Blake and Murphy. Nia Jax taking on Liv Morgan. Alex Riley taking on Bull Dempsey. Elijah Sampson taking on John Schuyler. Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe versus Byron Corbin in a #1 contenders match. And John Cena posted a photo of his girlfriend Nikki Bella as she undergoes potentially career-ending neck surgery today. Boy, I hope that don't happen. The career-ending thing. All right, this is a little bit of a story. Might want to be interested in it. There's been a lot of speculation about Owen Hart possibly going into the Hall of Fame this year, which I mentioned that also since they had the DVD come out. As the company finally released, the DVD on Owen Hart several months back, brother Smith Hart confirmed on Facebook that Owen Hart would not be going into the Hall of Fame this year due to his widow, Martha Hart, again. Smith also confirmed that the British Bulldog, Davey Smith, won't be going into the induction this year either. His fans and family have been campaigning for his induction for quite a while. And here's what Smith Hart said on Facebook. Took a little shot at WWE too. He said, just got off the phone with my brother Brett, who called to wish me well. And Smith Hart's been going through some personal stuff. In talking with Brett, I can confirm that WWE will not be inducting Owen, Davey, Blue Blazer, or even Brett, as I suggested, inducting the entire Hart Foundation as a unit this year in Dallas for their fictional Hall of Fame. He's got to put that on there. But I don't know what the deal is, but this once again proves, he says, that WWE's Hall of Fame is nothing more than profiteering, grandstanding, and a political BS. The reason given for the lack of Owen Hart induction is still our former sister-in-law, Martha, who still holds a grudge as if the tragedy happened just days ago. Personally, I wouldn't blame Brett or anyone in my family if they boycotted this year's show. I'm not sure what in the hell he's talking about. If they boycott the show, it's nothing to do with WWE. It's got to do with Martha. Why don't they boycott Martha? Maybe that'd be a little bit... I'm getting excited. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.